Welcome. So, yesterday I was pondering a situation where there's a parent that has healing to do. A mother wound, for instance, just giving for instance, and a child who has a father wound. How does that work? Does the mother or the father, whoever is the parent, have to go through therapy and hope to get fixed, right? Before they can become healthy enough to help the child through their wound. It just came to mind, like, what about that scenario, Spirit? And so I started to write some things down. And the first thing, and I thought my own natural reaction was, well, the child comes first. The parent has to put their needs first and do whatever you have to do to center the child's healing. It's paramount. Like, make that the priority. Then I thought about it, and I went to, let's see. Oh, wrong page. Okay, I'm just going to wing it. Sorry. I wrote notes on something else after that. So, yeah, download city. But okay, I remember what I was thinking was ultimately it can be done simultaneously, meaning both inner childs count. Both inner childs can heal. In fact, it would help. Maybe your child, no, not maybe, it would help your child to heal, knowing that you acknowledge your wound and you are also facing it and doing what you can in a healthy way to heal ongoing. It may be a lifetime process to heal. It's not like, okay, Band-Aid on, 2 weeks later, I'm done. It may be layers of healing where you keep coming back. Yes, you heal this layer, for instance, of understanding that part of the pain or the reasons behind the parent leaving, for instance. But then something else hits you in another area of your life, even. Maybe you're now a young adult, or maybe you're healing the time that you were a young adult and were hurt in a situation where you had to graduate without your parent there in the audience. I'm just giving a for instance. There are stages to come back to maybe a memory. Think of it in a different perspective, and in that way you are healing that part of yourself. And you can explain that to your child. Like, this is what mommy does. This is what daddy does. This is how I get through it. Maybe I can help you get through it. Let's talk about it. Or if you don't feel comfortable to talk now, because not always is it, time to talk. Sometimes it's time to just be in hermit mode. So allow that space for yourself and for your child to heal. But then say, at some point, maybe we can talk about it because it helps us both heal together. I am your parent for a reason, and it isn't just about structure or rules. Maybe it's not supposed to even be about that, but that's your choice. But especially it's about healing or getting through things together and with an open mind, because healing is a flexible, is no playbook. Everybody heals differently, so your way of healing, in fact, may be very different from your child's way of healing. And allow for that, but you can still share how it affects you, and not in a way that just makes you dwell in the pain, but just to say, yeah, I get it. Today's not a good day for you because everybody is thinking about their, let me see, Christmas, and you lost your grandmom, and it was Christmas Day, for instance. You can share that this is actually not a day I look forward to. I've just been pretending so that you guys could have fun. But really deep down, it hurts me. And then everybody might be like, understanding and say, okay, Karen, we're going to give you time to just sit and think about your grandmom, and don't be expected to just put a smile on your face and open gifts together if you don't feel like doing that. That's coming to mind for someone. So you get what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be something that you go to your doctor's office or therapist appointment and share everything with them and then come home and try to put on a perfect facade. Meanwhile, your child is seeing that brave front and they never confront their wounds, their, mother wound, father wound, whoever is missing, grandparent wound. And that's what I just wanted to say. Maybe someone needs to hear that you can share. You can share your methods of healing. You can share that it's okay that you feel that way in the first place. Yeah, so I wasn't even trying. I was just playing around with shuffling, and I got the King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. And what I'm getting is this Three of Cups. Yes, he's known for being very emotionally stable and responsible and mature and all that. But this one's looking downward, like almost like remembering someone or pondering. His emotional state is more of maybe even I miss someone. Ten of Pentacles in this regard is to me like generations, someone from the past, maybe an ancestor, a grandmom or a mother of his that passed away. During Three of Cups, a celebration, he's supposed to be in a party-like atmosphere, but he's not able to rise to the occasion. Look, he's got his glass up, like, yeah, cheers, like, but not in total. That's what I'm seeing from that. Yeah. Even in this card, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And that's like investments or watching your harvest or investing something. But anyway, he looks down. Maybe at the past, still with the Seven of Pentacles. Healing. Let's get something on healing. And we have entrapment. Entrapment. Feeling trapped, like you can't heal, like you'll always feel wounded in this aspect, in this regard, like there is no way out of this pain. Procrastination. I would say this is procrastinating on, you need to do something to get you out of feeling trapped in this pain. You need to get out of feeling like, trapped even at home where you see your family suffering and everybody has wounding and that you could all kind of help each other, but you've been procrastinating on just doing it, just having that sit down. It doesn't have to be a long one. It could just be, you know what, everybody, let's meet up for 5 minutes. Or if it's just the two of you, Tanya, let's meet, at the table to talk. It's nothing urgent, but I just want to talk to you for 5 minutes. You and Tanya sit down and you talk and you say, listen, I've never shared this with you, but I'm still healing, over the relationship that I had with my mother. And I never really even faced that with her. I never even faced it with myself, really. And I think that you might have some similar battles going on within. And I just want to open the door that we can at least acknowledge it and then take it from there on, like how we're going to help each other with it. Because I think that we need to at least stop putting up a front about it, because there's times when everything's fine and that's great, but there might be moments where you're really feeling like you're in this alone. Something's really got you down, and maybe we can help each other through it. That's what real family, that's what family is for in my book. But you're getting there is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to get 2 cards on this entrapment and procrastination. Let's get one on entrapment. Okay, and procrastination. This is how you can help with it. Okay. So for entrapment, I might have to think a minute. We get protest. Start a revolution. You don't have to go that far, but I think the point is a revolution within, an awakening, protest against your comfort zone of being in that familiar space of I'm just going to suffer in silence. I'm just going to allow Tanya to suffer in silence. It's the elephant in the room and we just won't acknowledge it. We won't bring it up. We won't air it out. We won't talk it out. That kind of thing. Protest against that, what you've always done. And then with procrastination, we get garden, putting it off. You're putting it off. So garden. Approach something. It's like the letters are the same color as the background. Yeah, it should be like outlined in black or something so you can see it better. But okay. Something lovely will... Oh, it is something. Something lovely will grow from this garden. So instead of procrastinating, thinking and assuming that it's not going to bring about anything, it may make matters worse in the household. It may really ruin my relationship with Tanya. No, something great will grow from it is what Spirit's saying. That felt so good. It was worth the fight to make out the words, okay? Beautiful. Okay, so let's get some more. I'm interested from this deck what Spirit has to say. I grabbed this deck thinking something's in it for this message. Let's just see what it is. Spirit says next, grab that deck and ask what are some of your wounds or aspects of yourself that you are healing. Regeneration comes out of this really quickly, like it could not wait. This is like a death card, like the end of something and the beginning of something at the same time. When something ends, something else begins. Your relationship, the old way that you used to relate to your daughter or to your son, it's going to transform. The old way finishes. There's a new way that's going to work out better for you. That's going to be like a garden, more abundant, more healthy, you know. Will grow, something will grow from this. Something better will grow from your new way of dealing with each other, of handling each other's space, each other's need for understanding is what I'm getting. Let's go here as Spirit has nudged me for the issues that may be concerning you. Wounds. Because I've been pretty vague, I think Spirit's saying, when I say mother wound, father wound, grandmother wound. Wound meaning like this person, whether intentionally or not, it could have been a physical abuse situation when you were a child. But I'm thinking more so it's a wound of maybe you just had to live your life without this person. Maybe they passed away, that kind of thing. So let's see. Have home. So I just had to think about that home for a minute. Home, refuge, belong, haven. Feeling like you've never been in a home where you belong, or basically in a family, or a relationship with another person. Just basically never feeling like you belonged in any group setting or any home. That's a wound. Home is also stability, so feeling unstable, like you've not had any stability. That's a wound that you could discuss. Any more, Spirit? reconcile. And with this, I'm thinking in the situation of a child wanting to reconnect with a parent that has been out of their life. Reconciliation, between parent and child, that could be a wound. Not having that chance to experience it. They just keep falling. Oh, addiction. Any addiction in any family causes wounds. That is undeniable and unmistakable, and you just can't run from that. So if that has happened in your family, that indeed needs to be healed. That could even be through activities. Not everything is going to be healed verbally. Sometimes just time together, out in nature, home playing games, just letting and reinforcing to everyone, everything's going to be okay. Everything's okay. I love you. You're safe. That's what we all want at the end of the day. And that is very healing, very therapeutic. Miracle. This is not maybe a wound that you need to heal, but Spirit's saying also know that dreams come true. Get what you want. You can get absolutely what was a situation that felt unbearable, painful, can turn into something that bridges the gap between you and another person. You and your family members can come out on the other side and just feel like this. This picture says it all. So with that, I will see you in the next reading.